The Betway Premiership this season is something amazing, and I think I'm loving each and every minute of all these few games that are left right now, because I think it's showing us that if you are in the league, that actually gives you a pressure, that actually gives you a competition. It's games like this that you're going to experience towards the end of the season. And I mean, in a caliber of Sundowns, you will never expect them to play a game like they play today. And I mean, because Sundowns is a team that's always played these kind of pressure games when they're playing against the teams in the CAF Champions League. And I think they've used to that. But what really happened in the game? We know it's a 1-1, but I will start with this now. Kaizer Chiefs did a great job for us as Orlando Pirates fans, but I still blame them. I think Kaizer Chiefs really need coaches. Number one, I was looking at that game the way they played. Okay, when they started the first half, making sure that they are physical, they are pressing on Sundowns, high intensity of the game. Like, actually, they were doing all the things that they were lacking when they were playing against Siwelele. And I think maybe it's one of those things that they were trying to do. But now, when you look at the team's play, you kind of understand that maybe these guys, they lack coaching. And I think when you look at the first half, you knew that Sundowns were going to have more of the ball. Because Sundowns was going to have more of the ball, it was going to be difficult for Kaizer Chiefs to actually try to do something. And in that first half, they were even failing to have like two of the touches, just to pass the ball to one another and pass it to the third player. And then it was just difficult for them. And it looked like they didn't have a structure of how they were going to actually attack Sundowns and get a goal. And at some point, I was thinking maybe Sundowns is going to repeat what they did against Polokwane when they just limited Polokwane to not have shots on target. And I think Sundowns, we've seen Sundowns doing that a couple of times in the season, in the league this season. And I think maybe it's a couple like 5 or 6 times where they were actually making sure that the opposition doesn't get to get a shot on target. So then you realize also in the second half that Kaizer Chiefs is still lacking coaching. And I know that Ben Khalil and Kaze, they've done a great job this season, making sure that they're qualifying for the CAF Confederations Cup and then putting Chiefs in that position that they haven't been in so many years. But my thing is, when Sundowns went down and have like 10 men, Kaizer Chiefs was supposed to take an advantage of that. For me, it was so disappointing seeing Kaizer Chiefs actually trying to chase the game while they have men ahead. And I mean, what's the worst thing can happen? You already know now that you can actually do a man marking where you just do a man-to-man, because Williams wouldn't have a chance to actually pass the ball if you do a man-to-man. But I think those kind of things, they actually doesn't work in some of the coaches, because the way I was looking at it, I was like, I can actually now go man-to-man and then put Williams under pressure, because we saw when Chiefs scored their goal that Williams, sometimes when you put him under pressure, he kind of does those mistakes. And because Sundowns usually play in a pattern, Williams sometimes gets so complacent that he will know that if I pass the ball here, I will find a player. And I think we've seen the same thing when Dortmund, we were in the Club World Cup, Dortmund was trying to learn what actually they were playing, and then they were capitalizing on those mistakes. And I think Kaizer Chiefs, for me, I think they will need a coach, because moments like this is where you actually need to put a team under pressure. Sundowns was still controlling that game even though they were men down, but I think it's something that it was a blessing in disguise for us, Mapakania, and also for Kaizer Chiefs. So I think this was a good thing. But then, now, I move back also to the first half. Physical game. And I mean, Adams and Ndlovu, they were supposed to actually be out of the game in the first half. I mean, Ndlovu done the first challenge. I give him a leeway on the first challenge, because most of the time when I'm looking at it, I think he was looking at the ball, and then when he turned around, Cupido was close to him. Then you have Adams. That tackle wasn't a tackle for the ball. Like, I think he was supposed to walk on the first one. And then Ndlovu went back and used an elbow on Mutau. That was another yellow card. He was supposed to walk there as well. So overall, when I was looking at the game, I think the official didn't have a good game. Lots of mistakes that they did. They even judged the offside for Silva while Silva was in his own half. Like, there were a lot of things that actually they were happening there. That's, I think, maybe because of the intensity of the game, the officials ended up maybe losing and making some mistakes there and there. It was a physical game. You were not going to give a card to every challenge, but it was a physical game. Then I think Sundowns disappointed me as a team they are. Like I've said, that they play high pressure games. But when you were looking the way they were marking and tackling, it was showing that Sundowns now are like desperate. Like they are not going for the ball, they are going for the man. And I think with the experience that they've been getting in the Champions League, playing these type of games where they have to be physical and all the thing, but able to maintain the structure, I think they disappointed me today because I expected them to actually do better. Because I don't understand this thing of Mamelodi Sundowns trying to play that way, because firstly, it's too risky for them. They will get cut. It's a crucial time actually of the season for them, and it's a crucial time actually when you go into Africa, because you don't want to lose players also, because if you go rough on players, anything can happen. It might be a bump and then it's a knock, your player is out, you have to play 2 legs in the cup final. So it's really something that they need to work on. But also, I think when it comes to that thing, I'm also going to blame Cardoso for that. And I think when you are Cardoso, in games like this, you need to tell your players to able to be composed and manage the game, because if they manage the game, this is where they're able to frustrate the other guys that are coming physically. Because if you look at what Adams did to Shabalala, and I hope these players, Shabalala and Cupido, they get well soon, but what he did there, Shabalala wasn't running anywhere. He was just going to go on the side. He was just going to let him go and try to cover on the other side and just go run and let him go to the corner, whatever he's going to do. And there was another player that was going to cover for him down. So I didn't understand why he was doing that kind of tackle. But I saw, because Shabalala did some showboating before he got the second ball, which was a wall pass as well. So I think one of those things, they actually showed that this game was a high pressure game. And the thing that I like about it, most of the time, Sundowns will be playing this game with their B team. Now, they need to make sure that they play all the cards. Adams is out. That means now, Allende Mokoena, they need to start the game and see how they're going to do it. And there are lots of guys actually that are collecting cards. But now, I will come back to what does this mean for the league if you are a neutral fan. As a neutral fan, it's something nice to watch, I guess, because if you're seeing these guys, they pulling all this thing all the way to the last game, and I think it's going to be a nice thing. So what Orlando Pirates needs to do now is to go to Makesi and win their game. But Sundowns, good job. Kaizer Chiefs, good job. But I'm still concerned about the way Kaizer Chiefs played. I mean, at some point, Sundowns was just rushing them with 10 men. And I think this kind of mistake is the mistakes that actually Kaizer Chiefs were doing also against Orlando Pirates. At some point, you need some experience in the field, people that can able to read the game and read the situation and be like, okay, guys, let's do this. At some point, Gaston Sereno was telling the guys, stop this thing of just standing in the back and wait for Sundowns to come with the ball. These guys are short. Come, let's press. And for me, I was going to do that as a coach. I was going to tell them, guys, let's just go for 10 minutes and see what is going to happen. And just go for the 10 minutes where we just press them and then give no space to Williams, and then Williams will make a mistake and then see what we can do. And also, the way the Chiefs, they were attacking in that moment, they were getting a lot of chances after that red card. And they didn't capitalize on those. And my thing is, every time they were going forward, it looked like themselves, they don't want to win the game. And it goes back to what has been happening on social media, that today all of the Pirates were supporting Kaizer Chiefs were supporting Sundowns. And at some point, I'm watching the game and I'm like, what are these guys doing? They just getting the ball. No one is making a good run. Even the person that had the ball, when there's a run, it doesn't pass to the run. Lilepo was an offside so many times. Like, I didn't understand what exactly was happening with Kaizer Chiefs. And I think I was so disappointed. And I think when Kaizer Chiefs, they always complain about the coaches. And I think it's things like this that actually frustrate you. Because as much as they get a point, as much as they helped us in a way, if we did what we need now, we need to win our game and then we go back on top. But I think for Kaizer Chiefs, games like these are the games that you need to kill as a team. You kill game like this, especially when you're going to play a team that is a man down and they are still attacking you. Definitely, they're going to leave spaces behind. What you have to do, move the ball the right way. And Kaizer Chiefs let the midfielders can do that. I trusted my boy to do that. At some point, my boy was also delaying the ball, like doesn't pass to the run. And I think at some point when the team is down, just pass the ball, man. Just move the ball. Just move the ball. And I think Ben Khalil and Kaze, they probably will watch that tape and be like, okay, we missed so many chances here and here. And then I want to give credit to Peterson. I think the reason why Kaizer Chiefs ended up being in this position this season, lots of it has to do with Peterson. Peterson has done a great work, especially when he saved the Lyon one, the first half. I think the last one where that's a brilliant save. And I think I was on the floor because I didn't want actually Sundowns to win. So when he saved that, I was like, give this man of the match, man. And a nice game for Munyani as well, man of the match performance. So it was a nice game, but I think, yeah, Kaizer Chiefs wasted a lot of opportunities that they were supposed to take this game. This is the 3 points that they were supposed to take. It was just on the plate for them to just take it, and Sundowns couldn't do it again. So I'm saying the league is nice. We have now the pressure to make sure that we win all our games and could go all the way. Now, if we can actually win all the 3 games that are left, we are going to win the league. And thank you so much for watching this video. The comment section is below. Tell me, what do you think about this season so far? And if you haven't liked the video, please like, please comment, please share, and please subscribe. This is Impact Play. My name is Popkiss, and I'll see you next one. Up the Bucks once, always.